All right, good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday morning, October 9th, 2024. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Coffee Clutch with Manager. My name is Hans. I'm the city manager for the city of Monterey, and we have periodically updated you about things all around the city of Monterey. Reflecting back, Mornings with the manager actually started as an in-person meeting, and we went to the Zoom format or the YouTube format when we were forced to live apart during the COVID restrictions. So we meet every 3 weeks through this medium, and I try to update you about things all around City Hall that I feel you might be interested in or that I feel is interesting to know for you as one of our cherished residents and businesses listening to this Zoom or to this video meeting. The biggest news we already shared in our Friday email, which we now name Monterey Matters, but it's worthwhile to repeat it and highlight it. Last Friday at 1 o'clock, we received an email from the Housing and Community Development Department of the state, HCD, which shared with us that they have certified our housing plan, our 2023-2031 housing element that was adopted by the City Council on July 16th. What this does is it takes care of the regional housing needs assessment. In Monterey's case, these were 3,654 housing units that we had to plan for in order to accommodate anticipated population growth, but also in order to accommodate the needs of those of us who work and want to live and need to live in our city. And when you think of the city of Monterey, you know that while we have gorgeous parks, very beautiful beaches and forested areas and green belts, you will see that a lot of our infrastructure has been built already. So where would we find opportunities to allocate and rezone areas to allow for 3,654 housing units when you also know that we have already about 13,300 housing units here in the city, though. So this is a ballpark number that includes apartment buildings as well as single family residences. So that was a very, very difficult task. And we started actually working on those topics in September, October 2022, when we hired a consultant who would support our team. We held outreach meetings at the Monterey Conference Center where we met with 8, 9 different focus groups to listen and learn what they expected us to do. And then our team started working basically parcel by parcel in the city of Monterey to look for opportunity sites. And when you plan for 3,654 housing units, what the state expects you to do is also to create additional buffer numbers of, I believe, 10 to 20% that go beyond that, and that provide then additional space in case some of the ideas that you had will fall through or might fall through. So this was a big work, and without your input, without the community engagement, without receiving the feedback from you and the various interest groups, we wouldn't have been able to do that. Compliments go to the entire planning staff, our legal team who worked on that, but also to the Planning Commission who was front and center of that as well, including then our City Council. And Planning Commission as well as the City Council, they really worked very collaboratively, very harmoniously to figure all this out. And at the end, our plan and also the consideration of the input from interest groups and also our residents work very well together, and we are actually very, very relieved that the plan got approved. Now, what is the next step? The next step will be that we have to amend, update various subordinated plans to that larger scale housing plan element. So we will be coming forward probably in December with a multitude of smaller plans that need to be updated to be reflective of what we have written in the housing plan. So all this will be going on and is going on. And the work seems not to stop because right now, on the other side of our government, regional government, AMBAG, Area of Monterey Bay Association Governments, Association of Monterey Bay Area Governments, AMBAG is actually putting together a population growth forecast, which then again will trigger the seventh cycle of regional housing needs allocation. So what we just did will time out by 2031. And it is nobody's expectation that by 2031 we will be able to build 3,654 new housing units here. That is just impossible. But what we are very hopeful that over the next, let's say, 12 to 18 months, the community, will see quite a few projects coming forward that will use existing lots as well as existing water allocations to build housing projects. The most prominent one that everyone knows about is the Mid-Penn Housing project behind City Hall, where the city of Monterey is providing several parcels for free to an affordable housing developer. We not only provide the parcels, we also provide the water on those parcels. And then with another infusion from the city funds and a lot of other funding coming from the federal government, state funding, as well as the affordable housing developer, we will see hopefully very soon a multifamily housing complex built next to City Hall with 41 units plus one caretaker units. All of them will be affordable in the lowest affordability categories. And that building built by Mid-Penn Housing will contain studios, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. So again, that goes hand in hand with the housing plan that was just approved. But what I also shared with you is that right now our housing development activities are very much restrained to the existing site or to the existing water on site. And so if we do not have sufficient water, but more importantly, if we do not have the okay from the State Water Resources Control Board to lift the restrictions that they imposed on us since 1995, if the State Water Resources Control Board is not convinced that the new water sources coming online sometime next year are reliable and will be assessed as giving us continued water for the next 20, 30, 50 years, then not a lot will happen. So this is a multi-pronged approach. Our elected officials are working very hard to find solutions. And I hope you see that housing and water are integral, connected with each other, and we have to still work very, very hard to find a sustainable water source. The current selection of various water sources that the water district, the Monterey Regional Water Management District, is proposing is just that. It consists out of several different water sources, including catch water and rechannel it into a basin and recover the water out of that basin when necessary. All those are dependent, or most of them are dependent also on the winter rainfalls that we have, and the data looks very promising, but at the end, it's not what we think looks very promising. It is what the State Water Resources Control Board thinks is very promising. So stay tuned on this topic. It ain't over, but the big topic, of course, is that the housing plan got approved, and I can share with you that we believe there are some projects now in the pipeline that we are hopeful to bring publicly forward sooner or later. We have, on the topic of housing, we are offering a fair housing training webinar on October 10th and October 17th. So on October 10th, tomorrow, this is a webinar for tenants to learn more about what are the rights and responsibilities of landlords and tenants. It will be hosted by Echo Fair Housing. Echo Fair Housing is a contractor the city has retained to tackle those type of issues and also to help renters when they are in need. It will be tomorrow and on October 17th for property owners. Tomorrow for tenants, October 17th for property owners. The seminars are in English and Spanish. They start at 6 p.m. and you can find a link to sign up for that at monterey.gov/housing. monterey.gov/housing. Again, 2 fair housing training webinars tomorrow for tenants and October 17th for landlords. You can attend both to listen to and learn what is being explained and taught, and the webinars will be in English and Spanish. As always, this time of the year, we are proud to be mentioned by the Monterey County Weekly with some of our flagship operations as best of Monterey County. And our Monterey Library, the first public library in the state of California, was once again earned Best Library in Monterey County. I'm pretty sure if we would have had the MC Weekly in 1849 instead of the Californian, the voters would have voted us already as the best library in 1849 and 1850. Just because there was no other public library. But again, we are still in the run here, and we are still the most respected and the most loved library, according to the readers of the Monterey County Weekly. Another trivia note there is about 50% of our users of the Monterey Public Library are actually non-residents. So this is not just a city library, this is a regional library, and over the past 12 months, we have implemented a bunch of changes inside the library, thanks to our library director, Brian Edwards. And just stop by, take a look at it, and see what we have done to enrich the children's areas. But we also launched the new bookmobile that is driving around now and is providing services to those who cannot make time to come to our library. So congratulations to our library again for winning again the best library according to the Monterey County Weekly readers. Congratulations to the entire team working in the library, and of course congratulations to all the visitors who help us to be who we are. But the second award also went to the Monterey Sports Center, and the Monterey Sports Center was voted the best health club for 11 years in a row now. So that's a huge compliment as well, because we are of course competing with 24-hour fitness and In Shape and other outfits, and we are very proud to be the premier health facility in the city of Monterey or on the Monterey Peninsula, again according to the MC Weekly readers. Our sports center opens early in the morning, closes late at night, is open 7 days a week. We provide programming that is family friendly. We provide programming for those folks that are want to work out prior to going to work or coming after work. We have classes for all different types of sports activities. And so it's just a well-rounded programming that we have. Kudos go to our entire Sports Center team. If you win this award 11 years in a row, and you're publicly operated, and you're beating out those private companies who should know what they are doing, and they know what they are doing, that's a huge achievement and compliment to the leadership and to the entire team of the Monterey Sports Center. And let's keep in mind, like all the other outfits, we were hardly hit by COVID-19. And I do remember that we opened sometime in June, July with class sizes of 20 folks that could spread out throughout the sports center and exercise there. And we have built up our membership since then steadily, and we are actually pretty close to those numbers where we were in 2019. So again, congratulations, 11 years in a row voted by MC Weekly readers as best health club. That's quite an accomplishment. And last but not least, County Weekly's editor's pick acknowledged the Narcan boxes that the police department, in coordination with Montage Health, I believe, put up throughout town. We recycled old newspaper rags, and we placed Narcan medication in those boxes and keep filling them up. Narcan is the tool that is being used, the medication being used by the police, but also by all other folks. It's easy to apply to rescue someone who might have a fentanyl or a drug overdose and bring them back into life. And sometimes you need to do it twice or 3 times, but this stuff is very efficient and has saved hundreds of lives here on the peninsula alone. So our police department has in front of their entrance a Narcan box. We have another one in front of the French consulate, and they are spread throughout town, and it's per the MC Weekly best life-saving repurpose of a decommissioned newspaper rag, Narcan dispensers in Monterey. And our police department was mentioned in that, and they deserve a lot of credit for that, as well as their officers are equipped with Narcan, but also if we make it available, drug users can potentially help each other to survive overdoses. We had a power outage, I think 2 weeks ago, Sunday, and then again 2 weeks ago, Tuesday, in downtown Monterey. The first power outage affected over 8,800 customers. The second power outage affected 72 accounts in the downtown area. And I inquired with PG&E what the story is, why during beautiful sunny day on a Sunday, no working day, we had a large-scale power outage, and why again 2 days later we had another one which affected downtown businesses at the worst time possible, because it was lunchtime and the power outage hit around lunchtime. It was over after 55 minutes, but for reasons unknown to PG&E, the second power outage, they detected a malfunction in their underground circuit, is what they shared with me. And then they were able to restart the system, but they really do not understand what caused that malfunction. That's according to PG&E. And then the power outage on Sunday was basically that there was a piece of equipment that jumped because it was supposed to detect an emergency, and then the system shuts automatically down to prevent wildfires. This piece of equipment had malfunction. There was no wildfire, but it still shut down the system, and it led to a lot of work on the PG&E side to reswitch and bring all the systems online. And right now, PG&E is trying to provide redundancy in their system. You might have noticed that the PG&E substation in downtown Monterey has a lot of construction work going on there for the past 2 years. There's a lot of work being performed to provide more depth, more redundancy, more switch capabilities, which we still do not have right now. They are working on it, and so we depended on a switch station out in Viejo Road, and there was the failure of the equipment, and it was not that easy to basically fix the malfunctioning part while parallel bring us onto a different strain of cables here of connectivity to bring the lights back on faster. So that's why you saw bit by bit restoration of the power in different areas in Monterey. So be assured, we are connecting with PG&E. We are trying to be also your spokesperson, because while we probably can all relate to power outages that are caused during winter storms, if there is not a cloud on the sky and if there is not really a power demand on Silicon Valley, where maybe you have a planned power shutoff, it's very questionable to understand. It's very questionable for us to follow PG&E's logic when their systems are failing. Again, we were very disappointed here in the city of Monterey. We made that clear to PG&E, and there's only so much I believe they can really do, and there's only so much they want to share with us. And we're looking forward to learning more about those outages. And again, they know that we are very concerned about it, and they inquire about the reasons that are thousands of dollars. We had damaged. Sudden, all humming systems came to a screeching halt. So we'll submit there also a reimbursement request to PG&E to fix all the broken systems that we had in the conference center. Monterey Recreation has a lot of activities going on at our Casanova Oak Knoll Park Center, as well as at Montecito Park and Laguna Grande Park. I would to look at monterey.gov/rec, REC, monterey.gov/rec, meaning REC. The bookmobile is stopping at the Park Center every Tuesday from 2:30 to 4:30. The bookmobile stops also at Casanova Oak Knoll. We have a lot of events also at the Casanova Oak Knoll Park Center. We have partnerships there with the Monterey Peninsula Regional Park District to explain things and teach things. And then we have also a bird walks at Laguna Grande Park, also in partnership with the Monterey Peninsula Regional Park District. Old capital plan update, we are working on that. It will go at some time to the Parks and Rec Commission. Our city council will make probably a decision about that sometime early 2025. As you know, we're in the middle of election season, and we will have a new council, as we will have a new council member coming from District 3. And so it takes a while to bring everyone up to speed, and Old Capitol site, that topic will come sometime in 2025 to the council for decision making. So stay tuned on that. On December 7th will be our traditional, December 7th will be Donuts with Santa. We'll publish details about that sooner than later. And then also our famous at Montecito Park will also come back. Stay tuned for update. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So it's a great event. Show up usually 300 to 400 kids with their parents, and we'll host it again at Montecito Park has become a tradition to host it there. On October 19th, we will host our third annual Trunk or Treat and Movie in the Park. There will be a lot of trunks with a lot of goodies there for the kids to fill their Halloween baskets and buckets. There will be food trucks, there will be fire engines, kids' activities, and much more. Again, October 19th, that's a Saturday, starting at 5 o'clock. And then at 6:30, we have a movie in the park there. It will be Hotel Transylvania. That's the title of that movie. And then this week, Thursday, City of Monterey will be at the Chamber of Commerce Business Expo from noon to 4 p.m. We will be at booth 304. And we will offer a lot of information there. We are open. We are open for business. We are open to hire. At the last number I saw that we have over 70 full-time position vacant right now in various positions. And you, the public, if you know someone, if you're interested in working for the finest public service organization west of the Mississippi, please stop by Embassy Suites and chat with our team there and see if there's something that fits you, or maybe you have someone in mind who could apply and get a job. So we will be out there. We are eager to find qualified candidates for a variety of jobs ranging from public works to police. Our next council meeting is next week, October 15th. We have just we have two sessions there, an afternoon session and an evening session. We'll publish the agenda on Friday afternoon, as we always do, and there are a few items that include approval of contracts and in the hearing for termination case. That's what is coming to you. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, please let me know. Shoot us an email. Make sure that we'll connect you with the subject matter expert on our side. If there's something we can make happen, we want to make it happen. And if there's something that is really not possible to do, we will tell you that also in very nice words, that certain things can just not be done or be allowed for the reasons of the matter of the law, or maybe also just to be equitable and fair to everyone. As always, thank you for tuning in today. As always, thank you for supporting the City of Monterey, and I hope to see you around City Hall. Bye-bye.